Man, what a difference 24 hours makes as we are 20 degrees warmer in Rockford, 18 in Janesville, 20 for both Rochelle and DeKalb. Does it feel like a heat wave compared to what it has been feeling like? As temperatures now sitting in the middle and upper 30s, wind chill still sitting in the middle to upper 20s, even 30 degrees for us here in Rockford, as winds are going to be a major factor here in the coming days. Still seeing winds out of the west-northwest, pretty much near about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And of course, we did have some sunshine earlier on in the day, but clouds have slowly started to retake, and they're going to stick with us here throughout the rest of the afternoon into the early portions of the evening. But man, temperature-wise, I do think we'll top out near about 40 degrees or so. Wind chill staying right around that 30-degree mark. Heading out throughout the next couple hours, though, still won't drop below freezing until about 6, 7 o'clock or so. And that's when I think we might see a little bit of clearing and maybe even a little bit of fog start to form. I'll touch on that here in a second, but overnight lows getting down to 23 degrees. Wind shifting me more out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And again, I mentioned that fog early. I'm not overly sold on our chances. I do still think there are some chances as winds are expected to transition from being out of the northwest into right around the southwest, but right around that 9, 10 o'clock hour as it's slowly transitioning, it is going to weaken rather substantially, going from gusts near about 25, 30 miles per hour this afternoon to lighter gusts, maybe about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So with that in mind, I can't rule out maybe some patchy fog forming, but I don't think it'll be widespread or as dense as what Timecast has previously suggested. Now, progressing on, though, these winds once again become a major factor in our Friday forecast, as winds will be out of the south and west, and I even think these wind gusts are underdone. We could even go on to see wind gusts near about 40 miles per hour or so, and man, is that going to allow some heat to return. I think we'll top out tomorrow back into the mid-40s, up to 45 degrees, so definitely don't need your big winter coat, just a windbreaker. Even a jacket will do, but man, is it going to be nice to have a really above normal day. And we'll want to enjoy it, as after that, it is going to get downright cold. Sunshine, though, we're going to see a mix of sunshine and clouds. Timecast is suggesting a mostly cloudy day, but I want to go to a different model, the NAM model, or North American model. With this, it's suggesting a lot more sunshine, both in agreement, though, that it is going to be quite the windy day, but there has been some stark differences when it comes to our evening with the cold front. NAM is currently predicting that we'll see a little bit of rain and maybe even some sleet mix in by about 5, 6 o'clock, with some even snow showers as we get into the evening hours as we transition into a much colder pattern. Now, a lot of models have really been bickering back and forth between are we going to see any precipitation, the timing, or even if we're just going to stay dry. And as of now, I'm leaning towards us staying dry, but I do still think there is a slight chance that we could see some form of precipitation. Mainly rain, though, earlier on, since temperatures again will be well above that freezing point. So as of now, that put us at a 30% chance. I can't rule it out, but I do still think that most of us should be on the dry side. And speaking of dry, that cold front is going to move out pretty much all the moisture across the state line, leaving us with plentiful amounts of sunshine on our Saturday. Winds, though, will be out of the north and west at times, gusting near about 25 to 30 miles per hour. But with those winds, and there goes our warmth. We're going to have about a 30-degree temperature difference, only right around that 14-degree mark early portions of Saturday morning, which it feels like back into the negatives here across the state line. As we get into the afternoon, though, we're going to recover slightly into the middle and lower 20s, with wind chill struggling to reach the double digits. But after that, it is going to get downright cold. Again, in the Sunday morning, temperatures well near that single-degree mark, and even some below zero, with some wind chills near about negative 15 and negative 20 degrees, and that is just the beginning. As you can see, there is a very distinct drawn line going steadily downward from our normal temperatures to even 26 degrees below normal for us on Monday, as that is by far going to be the coldest day. And we want to put the first out there for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with how dangerous some of these wind chills could become. On Monday, we could see wind chills near negative 20, negative 25 degrees, and that could cause some issues when it comes to frostbite concerns, as we could go on to see frostbite in anywhere between 30 to 25 minutes. And with that, though, we're really going to be keeping a close eye on just how cold it'll get. Of course, we'll keep you updated, but overall looking at a very cold start to next week.